Here we have the MCWS250. It's one of a family of two, the other one being a larger machine called the 500. This particular one, the 250, has cooling capacity of 25,000 BTUs, or British Thermal Units. Its big brother, the 500, does approximately double that cooling capacity. It's a split system, so there's an inside bit and an outside bit. Looking now towards the top of the unit, we can see there's a panel with some indicator lights. These are basically for fault finding, and if one illuminates, you can always find out what the problem is from the O&M manual, which explains all. And moving further along, we see that there's an indicator light to say that the machine is powered up and switched on. There's a fan on and off button. There's 3 fan speeds, and the air conditioning function itself can be switched on and off. Then right at the end, we've got a thermostat that you can preset to your desired temperature. These 2 grills in the sloping face of the machine are where the cold air comes out. The ambient air from the room goes in the front grill, and this box here is the outside component of the whole system. You can see it's got a fan on the back, which is protected by a grill and also by these 3 little short legs that protrude out from the back. That stops you actually putting it too close to a wall, so that it ensures that air can still get into the fan. Those 3 legs also help to prevent any damage to the connections in the back, and if you look here you can see that there's a flow and return connection for the water. There's also an electrical connection that supplies power from the indoor unit to the fan, and the clear pipe that you can see is for condensates that are gathered by the indoor unit from the coil and then drained off and transported to the outside. And corresponding to the connections on the outdoor unit, there are connections on the indoor unit. Flow and return for the water flow, there's a condensate pipe and the electrical connection. There's also a power lead for connecting into a socket and a filler cap to top up the system of water transfer from indoor to outdoor, that circuit, with that cap there you can see on the top of the tank. The design of the various connections on the back of both the indoor and the outdoor unit is such that it's impossible to connect it with the umbilical cord incorrectly. It just can't be done, which is useful. It just means that it's simple and straightforward to do. The casters on the indoor unit have all got brakes, which means that you can set it up in a position that it's not going to roll away. And now we come to the umbilical cord, which, as standard with the unit, is 5 meters long, but it can be extended to up to 35 meters long by adding additional sections. It comprises of a flow and return pipe, the condensate pipe, and the electrical cable to power the outside fan. On the end of the pipes, the flow and return pipes, you've got connections there that are quick connect, and they all incorporate a valve which ensures that when you disconnect, the fluid is kept within the hose. The MCWS250 is as standard a 230 volt machine, single phase, but there is an option to have it as a 110 volt machine. So this machine nestles in a market alongside the Frau Avalanche and the Kellerex Portatemp 4500. It's actually about the same price as the Avalanche and has very similar performance, but has more options. In terms of build, much the same as the other 2 models. Its price certainly makes it a very strong contender in this market compared to its competition. And certainly the larger one, the 500, is more or less on its own. There's nothing quite to touch it in terms of its performance or its value.